What if you understood taxonomy by the end of this video? You have heard the term probably in records management seminars, and it sounds complex. Maybe you have even mentally checked out, thinking it is some high-minded scientific concept. But I promise you, if you organize paperwork, emails, or digital files, understanding taxonomy is actually a superpower for your work life. It is not about molecules. It is about making sense of your world. Let us begin with a common problem: information overload. Think about your desk, your email inbox, or your shared drive. Without a system, it can quickly become a chaotic mess. You spend valuable time searching, scrolling, and clicking, trying to find that one crucial document. It is frustrating, inefficient, and sometimes even costly. To understand this, let us start with something familiar, like your closet. Imagine if you just threw all your clothes into one giant pile. Finding a specific shirt would be a nightmare, right? Most of us organize our clothes, shirts together, pants together, maybe by season or occasion. That simple act of grouping is a foundational step in what we call classification. At the core, a taxonomy is simply a structured way to classify and organize information. Yes, scientists use it for living things, but we use it everywhere in daily life without even realizing it. It is like creating a custom-made library system for your specific collection of items, whether those items are books, products, or, in our case, records. Building on that, instead of shirts and pants, think about invoices, contracts, project plans, or HR forms. We need a way to group these records so they make sense, not just to us, but to anyone else who might need to find them. A taxonomy provides that shared understanding, a common language for your information. You might be thinking, I already use folders, and that is a good start. But traditional folder structures can have limitations. Often, a document might fit into multiple folders, forcing you to choose one or create duplicates. And if different people name folders differently, finding something becomes a guessing game. It is too rigid for today's dynamic information. The key is consistency. A taxonomy provides a consistent framework. Everyone who interacts with your record system will understand what financial records means, or where to find Q3 marketing reports. It removes ambiguity and ensures that information is categorized the same way, every time, by everyone. This leads to metadata. Think of metadata as descriptive tags attached to your records. Instead of just putting a document in a folder, you are also labeling it with keywords from your taxonomy. For example, an invoice might be tagged with Finance, Vendor X, Q1 2024, and Approved. This allows for much more flexible searching than just navigating folders. Before you know it, you are using something similar to faceted search. Ever shopped online and filtered by size, color, brand, and price all at once? That is a faceted taxonomy in action. In records management, you can search for contracts category related to Project Alpha tag from 2023 tag that are still active status tag. Much more powerful. The result? You find information faster. Instead of remembering where you put something, you can simply ask the system for what it is. This dramatically reduces search time, boosts productivity, and frees up mental energy for more important tasks than playing digital hide-and-seek with your files. What is fascinating is that beyond just finding things, a well-designed taxonomy helps with compliance. If your industry requires you to keep certain records for specific periods, classifying them correctly is the first step. It ensures you know what you have, where it is, and when it needs to be retained or disposed of, minimizing legal and operational risks. Taking it further, a strong taxonomy lays the groundwork for automation. Once your records are consistently classified and tagged, systems can automatically route documents, trigger workflows, or even flag items for review based on their metadata. Imagine invoices automatically going to the right approver based on their tags. To understand this, let us look at how you would build one. Step 1. Understand your content. What kinds of records do you actually have? List them out. Are they HR documents, marketing materials, financial reports, legal agreements? Do not overthink it, just start broad. What are the major buckets of information in your organization? Progressing from there, step 2, understand your users. How do people look for information? Do they search by project name, date, department, or a specific topic? Observing how people naturally organize and retrieve information is crucial. Your taxonomy should reflect how real people think, not just how a system designer thinks. Adding to that, you need to define the scope. Are you building a taxonomy for just one department or for the entire organization? For all document types or just specific ones like contracts? Starting small and expanding can be a smart strategy to avoid getting overwhelmed. Rome was not built in a day, and neither is a perfect taxonomy. Following that, step 4, draft your categories and terms. Start broad with your main categories like human resources, finance, operations, legal. Then, drill down into subcategories. Under human resources, you might have employee records, policies, recruitment. Under employee records, perhaps performance reviews, onboarding documents. This creates your hierarchy. Continuing on, consider the relationships between terms. Some terms might be synonyms, e.g., invoice and bill. Some might be related but not hierarchical, e.g., Project Alpha is related to client XYZ. Mapping these relationships makes your system smarter, guiding users to relevant information even if they use different search terms. The final piece? Test and refine. A taxonomy is never truly finished. Start with a draft, let users try it out, gather feedback, and be prepared to make adjustments. Are terms clear? Are categories intuitive? Does it help people find what they need? It is an iterative process, much like designing a new filing system for your physical office. Let us examine a practical example: HR documents. A basic taxonomy might classify documents by employee name, then document type, e.g., contract, performance review, medical record. But a richer taxonomy would also tag them with department, hire date, employment status, or even training topic. This allows for much more granular retrieval. Another example, project management. Instead of just a folder named Project X, a taxonomy would allow you to tag documents by project name, phase, e.g., planning, execution, closeout, team member, deliverable type, and status. Suddenly, you can pull up all approved design documents for Project Delta in the execution phase with a few clicks. What we discover when implementing taxonomies is that there are common pitfalls. One is overcomplication. Do not try to account for every single possible scenario from day one. Keep it as simple as possible to start, focusing on the most frequently used classifications. Complexity can deter adoption. Another mistake is thinking of a taxonomy as a static, one-time project. Your organization's information, projects, and even departments evolve. Your taxonomy needs to evolve with it. Schedule regular reviews and updates to ensure it remains relevant and useful. Fundamentally, a taxonomy that was not built with its users in mind is doomed to fail. If the people who actually create and retrieve documents were not consulted, they will not use it. It will feel alien and cumbersome. User buy-in and input are absolutely critical for success. Where we land, then, is the need for governance. Who is responsible for maintaining the taxonomy? Who approves new terms or category changes? Establishing clear roles and responsibilities ensures the taxonomy remains healthy and effective over time, rather than slowly decaying into another jumbled mess. You might ask, cannot a good search engine handle all this? While modern search engines are powerful, they are often reactive. They find what you type. A taxonomy, however, is proactive. It structures information before you search, guiding users and ensuring consistency. It makes search engines even better by providing rich metadata to index. Ultimately, the point is that a taxonomy is not just a technical detail, it is a strategic asset for any organization. It transforms raw information into actionable knowledge, making your teams more efficient, your processes more compliant, and your organization more agile. It is about working smarter, not just harder. For you, the person organizing paperwork, what this means is less frustration and more clarity. Imagine knowing exactly where to save every document and knowing you can find it again in seconds. That is the power of a well-implemented taxonomy. It brings order to your digital world, just like a well-organized physical filing cabinet. To put it simply, do not feel overwhelmed. You do not need to build the perfect enterprise-wide taxonomy tomorrow. Start small. Identify one area of your records that causes frequent headaches. Begin to classify those documents more rigorously. Learn from that experience and then gradually expand your efforts. The essence of it all is empowerment. Taxonomies empower you to take control of your information. They transform what might seem like a daunting, messy task into a structured, manageable, and ultimately highly rewarding part of your records management strategy. It is about bringing clarity and efficiency to your daily grind. The main thing to remember is that taxonomies are simply smart, structured classification systems. They are your organization's custom-built mental map for information. By consistently classifying your records using these maps, you unlock efficiency, ensure compliance, and turn information chaos into organized knowledge. No science degree required, just a desire for order,